So, this past weekend, we had the New York Comic-Con. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button to never miss a video. We have daily film content, including movie reviews, movie news, and so much more. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button to never miss a video. This last weekend, a lot happened at the New York Comic-Con, and one of the big things was they had a sit-down with the cast and some of the crew members of Mortal Kombat 2. Now, the film was originally supposed to come out in October. I believe it was October 25th. But for a reason, the film did get pushed back till May of next year, which does feel like a little strange. And generally, whenever they have that big of a pushback for a movie, it does scream production issues. And that usually means the movie's going to suck or have some problems because they had problems on set. However, the director did assure us that it was a good move pushing it back to May, and it has nothing to do with production issues or on-set issues, but the fact this movie is so great and so bold, big, and just amazing that it deserves to kick off the summer blockbuster, kickoff versus coming out in October in the middle of Fright Fest. Now, is it a marketing scheme? Does that it kind of does make sense. Would Mortal Kombat 2 really perform as well, in late October, like the week before Halloween, as it would, going into later May, where we're kind of kicking off the blockbuster season, which is Mortal Kombat 2 is going to be this big action blockbuster? It does make sense in that way. Where for that, it does make sense. Now, why they even had the original slate for October, I don't know. However, there was some other news that dropped, and the big news being that we are getting Mortal Kombat 3, and the studio almost greenlit it pretty much. They already hired the writer from Mortal Kombat 2 to pen the script for Mortal Kombat 3. All the cast are reassuring everybody that Mortal Kombat 3 is happening, and it's in the works. So that means we'll probably end up getting it sometime in 2027, 2028, probably within the next two and a half years. I would guess, depending upon how Mortal Kombat 2 opens this coming May. Now, I know when Mortal Kombat came out, the first film, it was still during COVID, and it was during the time when Warner Brothers was releasing all their films simultaneously in theaters and on streaming, because there was a point during COVID where we still got to go to the theater. It was just very limited, and a lot of people weren't going. I remember watching it here in my basement in my home theater when it first premiered on HBO Max, like the same day it came out. I might have watched it the day after it came out. And I really enjoyed it. I know it did get some hate, and people, again, are very nitpicky when it comes to this film and this film series, because, again, it's based on a beloved video game adaptation, and we already had some Mortal Kombat movies made in the 90s, and they weren't great. Like, I remember seeing them as a kid and loving them. Haven't revisited them more recently, so to speak, but I do remember them not being the most fantastic films. Like, I feel like they worked, like they were good, but in that sense where they're good, but they're not good. So again, this franchise has gotten a lot of hate since the first one came out, and a lot of fans kind of torn on did they do the characters justice, that whole aspect of the fan base or the fandom. So me personally, I am super excited for Mortal Kombat 2. I saw the trailer for a movie I was seeing not that long ago. A week or two ago, I seen the trailer on the big screen, and it was phenomenal. It looks great. I'm super stoked, and the fact they already are working on 3 is really exciting, because I feel like one of the biggest problems we kind of see now in the initial film and its sequels, or even the second film and the third, it takes so long for them to produce these films that it kind of loses some of its fuel and just kind of tanks out. So that being said, have you seen Mortal Kombat 2 trailer? What are your thoughts on 3 already being in pre-production? Comment below, let me know.